Hey guys, again, Buddy Gory 27, aka Bruce Warrior 11 on Twitch. Obviously, the clip I made was 3 weeks ago. Sorry for the little delay. Come on, it was talking to me. Obviously, reason why, like I said, Capcom don't want to get into the with because the guys are the worst measure for the Rays. Yeah, I'm getting Xbox Series as soon as once I move to my place. Honestly, be getting Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Um, For Henny too, you can have my account Alpha Hut 4859. I think that's the number. Um, Furry Kingdom, that's my other account I just made a few days ago. Now we talk about Tiger Woods now. In the Genesis Invitational, they say they told him to miss these shots perfect because they said he was honestly hitting really, really. But um, did some research on Bruce Leroy, obviously because the way he died, it was not what you think when it came to his water. Obviously, somebody put drugs in it. Found it out when I did the research. I was at family member's house a while ago. Because you know about his daughter, obviously. Yeah, I'm the same sign. His daughter's a fire sign sister. Her birthday's day before my cousin. Should be 54. This November upcoming. Um, as far as Taylor was being on the golf game, he's gonna be on it for the rest of his day as far as 2K and the EA Sports, but the EA Sports that's going to the 10-5 one. He's going to be on. It's going to have probably have August on Tiger Woo. um, yeah. The whole point of my son, I'm blunt. I'm brutally honest. If anybody asks, honestly, very funny. Um, I have flaws. If anybody asks, honestly, but most quarters I'm supposed to overlook them. So, um, Capcom's the number one game in the region because the Gal matchup is the worst matchup. Ask John asked me, but when I was supposed to ask me when it kind of, and we'll tell you how to conquer anyone else if he decides to get it. But he don't do that. But he don't parry full strength. Why? Because of the MMA parry this, you filthy individual. If anyone knows about that MMA, honestly, with Red, you don't learn on Sex Eater. Hope I can go for an hour for us to stream number barriers. So honestly, I'll probably make another one as my barrier gets back full strength. But I'm so glad Tiger Woods is on the call game for us. You know, John Rahm is going to be on the standing game for PGA Tour 2K24. The standing game only, but I think he'll be on the ball one because he's on the road like Tiger Woods, obviously. But yeah, because the best personality would come to being a dragon, obviously. But they are working on the Shimu 4, 5, and 6 has to be put life out the mom continues because they're working on another Ninja Gaiden, but that ain't gonna be out until later on. And this so it could be another Sonic Unleashed on the horizon, but not until later on. They're working on another Sonic Free Riders. That's not gonna be out until later on too. See, I was just watching one of my older clips, honestly. Um, yeah, aiming for 30 minutes, maybe 40 if anybody's listening to me, honestly. But the reason why Capcom's only getting the version because of the Gal matchup. I told John because he said no Gal wanted to say, yeah, they can if it's the Reeves. We were talking about all the brackets. The guys are working for the Reeves, no parent could that memory I just told for Mr. Son. You're gonna lose that way your player points are gone. So just to let you know, you can conquer me. uh-huh. because you did that. And yes, he has to pass an arcade stick still, and it works for all consoles, including especially PS5. I think it's worse for PS5. I could be wrong, but the one I had to get back, I'll be getting that back soon. But once my space is going on, as I say, I have to get the hard drive. But so bad. I want to get back to playing the Metros I was just playing, obviously, and Super NES. I'll be getting those soon too. But you can't beat a guy by doing the obvious things, especially if you did it over that's automatic KO, Mike John. If you know about the micro button on the PS, because you don't do the obvious, and that's stun. Because you kept playing full, so you wasn't running. And I found out about him. He said he don't like big things. I said, come on, honey, your consoles are big, man. PS4 is big. Xbox Series S is big. Series S is big. And then when they make their Series C, and that's gonna be a big. It's gonna be a box too. It's gonna look like my cousin's drawer, but not as big. But it's gonna be big still. So how did you not know that? Consoles are big, Captain Obvious, and they cost money. I would know. I had every console but Series S and Nintendo Switch. And if I had to choose to get that, that was out of convenience. To get Nintendo Switch, that was out of convenience because I got through Link which I wanted to get through Metro and then get the membership online too, so that way I can have more friends. And then DM Monte as well. If I can get his gamer tag from him on Nintendo Switch, I think he has it too. But I already had him on, that's why he just hadn't been online a while. But, no, on Sony, but that's why I was like, but, um, told him, I was like, we're still friends, man. We don't have to be enemies like this. But just to let you know, Red Hood did not kill Batman either. Suicide Squad did. If you know about the movie, anyone that knows about the movie, Suicide Squad, they took out Batman, obviously. Not Red Hood. Near miss. I'm going to say he did near miss, but if you know about me, just for starters. So now you know me as a friend now. Too bad Batman aside for the very start. Even the kind of hair loss. That was PJ told to oh! Still friends, man. I just wanted to give you a reality check. Yeah, I made a roast to you, John. I know you didn't take that apology right, but I wanted you to apologize because I was on medication some more. Because, like I said, my doctor forced me to be on meds. I was like, I said no, but so much for doctors these days. So, but that's the whole point of me. I don't know about you as a Scorpio because you're probably brag home, but might not be able to get a third job because I actually got that one on my files. So, I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So, now on Soul Calibur 60 all day since making the club Owsley. And I'll be playing the game last night. Warriors is probably not going to come easy. You got to do the side quest. It's not hard as you think. This one area is going to give you fits as far as the build, but I made you on the game for good reason. I knew I had time when it came to graphic design. I just had to get those few L's I had to get again on Xbox Series S, and I had to get all the L's on Yu-Gi-Oh! Once again. And then the ones to get from those are going to be free anyway, so. We try my hard drive sooner than later. Once my space is gone. Once it's literally gone. So the Warriors just probably ain't gonna come easy because you had to go on a journey. You really going through those side quests, but when I got through on Sony, it was somewhat hard. It was tough because I had to face them. I forgot the name of the enemy, but I think the amount will see the character I'm talking about on stage. Like, yeah, you gotta face him. Well, that's not gonna be an easy task. You still gotta finish your game because you got all them zeros. I saw your game, so you got all them zeros. I'm gonna have one turn that's gonna be in WWE 2K. If the online service is still there, I don't know. But I had to get last year's wrestling game and this year's wrestling game. And the one that comes, that's probably gonna have the Rock on that one too. Possibly, I'll probably get that one too. But it's when it comes to games for Retro, man, ask me anything. Even when it comes to Luke too, because we know how to conquer, we know how to tame it. Now, when I was making these, because I wanted to show you my talent, Housley, because I had more, like when I showed you the clip for Naruto, Housley, I walked, if you know about Naruto, I walked the path of a ninja because it did all the pain when it comes to death. You know, I'm not a Virgo, no offense to Grandma while you hate her because she is a Virgo. But I hate my grandma too somewhat because she was money hungry and power hungry. She alienated my aunt just because they haven't talked to them. The last time they talked, I think it was over a month ago. She almost didn't go to my father's funeral. No, her her son, if you don't know, Uncle's doing it, I was gonna go to Central anyways. That was sad, and now she's going to hell too. I don't think nobody's gonna go to the funeral. I might go to the funeral, but that was out of convenience. Because I actually give a damn about her as a grandmother somehow still, despite the hostility. Because she's great, power hungry, and what water? Mm-hmm. What titles if I know about Magnificent? If I had the shirt, what titles? Because if he has a dragon, I would have conquered that easy, even with injuries. The cover bonds, my eyes probably been swollen. My feet froze up a lot. But I did wear an abdominal handle a while ago just to make sure I kept myself from losing my weight because I kept eating Mofos too much. But ask me anything, Demon. Ask me anything when it comes to both consoles. I might get PS. I don't know yet, but if I got PS5, that was later on. That was out of convenience. If it's still selling by then. And I can tune my PS4. I can transfer my PS4 powers on PS5, but I really wait for that. Give me a second. Come here. Give me a second. But second. 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 Damn charger. Give me a second. You piece of sh. Give me a second. Damn leg. Alright, sorry about that. Still making a clip, obviously, but the title was I wanted to say to Mr. Friend, your team is in trouble. LeBron's gonna be out for 2 weeks. But sorry, Mr. Friend, but your team's gonna miss the playoff. I think LeBron's gonna retire, and I think Shannon Sharp double S is gonna be salty because that was still golfing. He's probably gonna have to rehab, like I said, and he has to eventually have a successful surgery on that leg. It's not done. It's not his body can take. Remember, if he was able to push 255 pounds, which he did, he should be able to push 185 pounds, which he is currently. I was not if I was 2 pounds less than him when I was at Doors, but that was because I was eating coleslaw, a lot of vegetables, and a lot of other foods, including the meats too as well. That was how big I was. I was close to 200 pounds. Even if you know about LeBron, she got to sit on the down. But and I fell down to 160, and then I'm 154 right now. I've been up one now for because I wore that in down hands, but anyways, because cook for them, I don't know. I wanted to show them because I actually dealt with a lot of shit, more shit than you think. Let's say you walked in the path just like your brother, your brother I told you about, as a big pimp husband. Walked the path of Itachi, he also dealt with his family member's death too, because of Mount. It's going to be a Storm remake, but they said the Storm 2 song might be reinstated because they changed it on PS4 and PS5 version. So, cause when my cousin was playing it, obviously it was I didn't expect them to change the song, but I actually got the song on Mixer Box. But yeah, when I was talking about, I saw the clip for Street Fighter 6. It was amazing. But Henry's in trouble. Once John gets asked by Sir, I think he will get asked by Sir. I think he's gonna stick to it because he got the best in our case. Once he gets back to doing what he's doing now, he's already see Henny has a long way to go to get back to where he was when that's my series. I told him I'll get him tag out to Alpha Hut 49 if you decide to get Xbox. I think you will, but you'll get started. You'll have both consoles, honestly. I'll just have Sony, not Sony, Microsoft, honestly. But once I'm switched, I had to get the hard drive. I had to get all the retros. I had including Super DS again, and try to get Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and crossover potential. They said it could be another Batman orders on the way, or match the evolution of age. Um, um, but Capcom's the number one game direction. If it was a game of the year, which it is, game of the decade, because of the guys, the henchmen, Nash, if you know about it, and his worst matchups, he can't beat a guy. And I caught you in the watch, so you don't train every day to beat a guy. See, if nobody takes to be a told, I catch you in the wild. You don't train to be a gal, especially the likes of John and any of the gals that top tier gals worldwide. 0 and 1,000. If you was able to get to see it, but 0 and if you were able to get back to master with your play was, well, you're a loser. That's keeping it real. If I'm keeping it real. No gal. Doing the obvious thing as a troller. NBA 2K24 third-rate player edition. But you're a third-rate player. Well, honestly, I'm not saying you're second-rate, but you're going to be third-rate. Once those player points are gone, then your goal days, you ain't going to get them goal days from me on boxing, later on Microsoft, later on Alpha Hut, and Foreign King. Soldier. I was whipping him out because on this one, Mike Tyson, you know, I'm going, You know, I'm only a middleweight, and so are you. That's what God was on that day. They allowed me to weigh God in the boxing game, find that champion too, and find it wrong. Oh! Yeah. Question on art. So, shout out if I decide to get pairs or not now, but later. Convenience. Because I kept it with all discounts from PS4 housing. This is Sam Howell's a moron. Because now that Microsoft took over Activision and now it's going to be on Nintendo and probably other consoles, including Steam as well, Sam Howell's out of a job soon. I don't know if anybody like what I said. Been running Sony, man. He really has. Especially when it comes to those hard drives and that TV I just told you about in one of my clips. Obviously. It's just mine, but at least we're getting all the more metal so good metal so awakening like me. I said, nah, beyond a dragon, baby. Shima 4 and 5 is only on the horizon. That probably gonna be out. If they make that bundle, they ain't gonna be about to get Shima 1, 2, and 3 on Xbox, obviously. I actually had 3 on, I just didn't have 1 and 2 on PS4, obviously. But I chose to get that was out of convenience. But that hard drive, I would wait that out because they charge too much until they actually discount it. That'd be the perfect time to get it done. But yeah, we're still friends, man. Trust me. If nobody's nodding, or having kick a brain day like me. Keep kicking it like that. Keep kicking it. You had me as a true friend, man. You really did. I dealt with a lot of shit. I really have. Well, like I told you, you ain't gonna, but you will. I just wanted to give you a reality check. Because we're both gonna be 30 years old soon. But you're not gonna be 30 until November next year. So, cause I know your birthday hours, man. I'm just thinking, cause you're not an orthoped, you're not on homeboys right now. It's easy because orthopeds, they're the worst when it comes to fire signs. If it is a fire sign, because it's truly irritating. Because certain things they don't do and they don't pay attention to until they actually somebody approaches them. So, anybody, and Mr. Aaron Sun, since you do play 2K, you can have me on that spot. So if you decide to get it, that's what I'm going to Alpha 4859. The Furry Kingdom again. I got the 78 hours. I'm trying to get down the limit as far as Twitch. But yeah, it's been one hell of a ride. Luke is back on Street Fighter 6. Bitches indeed. Soldier. Even on Call of Duty Cobra, but I had to make sure I get the hard drive. Once my space is gone, then I get the hard drive off of Amazon. That's gonna be $70. I want to get the 4 terabyte, but it's 110. Still, thought it would have been $90 by now, but um, I love my aunt and uncle to death. Even when they're at their worst, I give Uncle Kyle a lot of credit. Yeah, he may be tired of playing Capcom, but I don't think he's done yet. Because if you're talking about the first hits and the flush kicks on first hits, is what he was doing with the turbo pad that he still has. He's a perfectionist because of the crouching heavy punch. I told him that a while ago because he knows how to conquer it. You bring the demon out, you bring the hell out of him when you parry full strength. Soldier, don't do that. Yeah, I think he would say the word if he has a mic. Mono, indeed, mofo. It hurts his hand, could pinch nerve. Uncle Tiger, woo. 25 years of Capcom. Me, 19 years of Konami. You know, I didn't get the chance to play Metal Gear, obviously, but I probably will. I gotta get that game because there's another Metal Gear remake on the horizon, and they're making another Metal Gear Revengeance. Years later, the Evolution of Age, Part 2. And they're making Metal Gear 6. I think it's gonna be called the Phantom thing, but it's gonna probably go the more because Quiet gets close to my age. I was surpassed it. She reminds me of me because of the lips. The lips. Yeah. If you know what the he, she pronouns, but anyways, that's another time. I'll talk about that later. But I know all about the pronoun when it comes to the fights, obviously. But okay. What titles? The Hut Slam. If I know about the Hans Slam, Miss Hans. If chasing titles, if you know about me chasing idiot when it comes to chasing better than Ron. If I know about my father's spirit, I could have overcome some of the worst injuries, even coming out of car accidents or any other injuries, because of walking a lot. And I'm sure he's suited too. Walk like an Asian, which he is South Korean. Because he pushed 250 pounds and now he's trying to push 150. Just that he has the rehab. And he has multiple doing. I think he has a couple down here too, where we're at currently. Bron's not going to have time to train. He has used machines, Mr. Francis. And he's out there and follows the titles and the wins because he's won 5 times at least 20 or more times, which I think is also a record. He has more record. He has the most hole-in-one in 21 hole-in-ones. But half of those, one of them came on when he won the Masters in 2019 on the par 5. Chipped it. He never chipped it in for eagle. He almost holds out because the car wasn't on the line, I think. Somebody else got the car before him because the other dude was trying to make the cut line. Turn the gray. For nobody saying anyway, double E, double L. Keep kicking. Oh, hell. Bastards. But, and I told him, he said, you can't, I caught you in a lie. Because I know you probably would rage quit against John. And that's my uncle in law. I said, well, we expect the rage quits. I know if he gets back to training on that spot, and if he said, I gave my gamer tag, I'll say it again, Alpha Hut 4859 and Furry Kingdom again. That's true to my other account because I actually had all those plans on my other account. I was about to get the one like it was once again, King of Games, Living Legend. Because it cannot be tamed. Conquer. The Conquer John. From that spot, I'm getting that spot serious. Me and my cousin was watching a clip on the dead trying to say nobody got that. I said that's a lie. Because my homeboy King's gonna have that spot search if I can remember his gamer tag. I'm actually again, what's your gamer tag on that spot? Again, had on the account. I think it might have got I don't know if it's suspended or not. I hope not. But yeah, that should if I can get your account technically, that would be nice. That way I can play you too. And okay, I'll be getting serious. So I just had to get the hard drive. I'll probably get that off Amazon, obviously. Once my space is gone. Because most likely Xbox gives you free space. It's going to be limited. So it's going to be a find that's how much the 512 gigabytes. But it's not enough to just all the center markets I want to get, obviously. So I wait until my space is gone for the retros. Once I get, first I got a book on the app on PS4, obviously, with the retros I have. So I can purchase them all and get S-Mo. Hopefully they do got bricks. And if they do, I'll get those again. And try to get those, get 100% again on the S-Mo if they're on us. I think they are. Because I had to cover the few rounds I had to get again on Soul Calibur 6. I had to cover all the pinball territory, I had to cover all the add-ons on Capcom Arcade Stadium. And so I had to cover all the add-on games for both, obviously. And be finishing those games as well. Be moving soon, but in the middle of April. My final birthday here, obviously. I might, once I get my place, I might make a clip, but that's going to be at least a 6-hour stream because because I got one of them is 8 hours on my other account. I might make another one more. I haven't made one for as short since then, but can I content one game when I say it again because no, they're working on Mega Man 12. I'm getting Mortal Kombat 12 as well as 11 and Justice 3. Beyond Legendary Mortal Edition. Because Life out the later Justice League because Suicide Squad. You know about Arkham Knight and Gotham Knights. You know about Becker, the more I'll be watching on 2x TV soon. But once it gets out on theaters and it gets on channel, I might be able to watch it on channel 2 on the app, on the button on the Fire TV Stick app as well. Give me a second. Check my notifications. Give me a second. They say they're probably gonna work on another birth, but that's the evolution. If he was there, he would have been 84 years old. He been not him and Miss Hahn not been far off in age. You know, Miss Hahn is see, yeah, she's 84 years old. She'll be 85 next year. Because she was to 100 plus years old, good Christian and the psalmist. But she has a middle name, another middle name. She told me she had 2 middle names, but yeah, double I. Heaven and hell. But I told John, said I never doubt John when it comes to Capcom. This is John versus Diego in the tournament. John wins. I do the root. I told you. Diego's birthday is on the day after mine. So many Tauruses. May 19, 1981. If you know about the 80s, because that's the thing. When I was playing Much Colin place, we said the 80s. If you know about Diego, because one of the greatest evil reviews we have ever seen. He just chasing players he can't beat. Honestly, in the book. And one is well, he can't beat him, but it's the worst man for the rig because you don't parry full strength. Try to get in the shower in a few minutes, obviously. Try to aim for an hour. I'll probably make another clip too. You know, my phone's charging. I'll probably make another clip too. But that's my series. As far as the series is done, Sony. Sorry, Sam. I'll kiss my ass. When it comes to those hard drives. Yeah, if I get PS5, that was out of convenience. I really didn't have to get it. Even though I know about E extra because I chose to get see my wife on New York so I can get all the packs. And then get credit to OP10, hopefully get an OP10. So I'm getting every game that I gotta get. Gotta be 2K20, the one from last year that didn't all right. Got this year's wrestling once we finally won that game. Then it comes out in the middle of April, middle of March. Tiger Woods PG. Road to the Match that comes on the same as we're on the bench March 16th on all consoles, including Steam. Then the Ultimate Edition will March 18th. And they said they already went on another CBD Astronaut Part 3 for all consoles. And I'll be getting those games too on the series. That's once my space as well. If I was installed again, I had to get World War II again, the Gold Edition. And I had to get back to Prestige 4 again, obviously, and then get back to I was Prestige 1 again on Cold War. You know, they're going to give me those add-ons right too. The new era continues. Reason why Capcom's no one getting away, like I said it again, because of the gals. And the henchmen. And the brother-in-law, if any knows about that, that should be your worst matchup, like I said. You don't train that big guy. You play John, you don't want that smoke. Because you're going to keep taunting. We already know that. But John, the mother time, than all odds, my son. Cause he's all ready to go. Uncle Tiger, woo. Oh, indeed. Cause you probably full strength. You don't learn. And then he probably said if he gets a mic, which I think will mofo indeed. Underestimate me. I'm so glad I met John in 2010. Tiger was created 2010. And if I know about Bruce Rose, on July 20th when he died. The most about General double E double L. It was first instance. But yeah, they made another song again, Triple Trouble. Trying to go back and talk about the evolution of age. Now that Sonic Frontiers is already out. That was a great game, but the game was not as long as you think, because I was watching the clip, obviously, and got some very good reviews. Just that the girl told Aim and the team with Sonic, but they told him not to. The girl told him, she sung the song in the end game, but she told him not to. She told the team with Aim, man, I think he's going to betray that trust again. We'll see. Because me and Bree saw the clip, obviously. It was mind-boggling. I heard me in the shower. But, yeah, I told Ian to keep trying. I told my cousin, I said, if you want to beat John, don't do the obvious things. Don't go back to your flaws. Listen to me. Just don't do the obvious things. And don't parry full strength. You develop better because he kept out as a martial artist, kickboxer, martial and regular martial art things to go in so good at aerial holds. Just don't do the obvious things. Listen to me. You want to beat John, and if you decide to get a turtle band, don't do the obvious things. He'll laugh at you because obviously he knows I'm right. John knows I'm right. But John, aka Uncle Tiger, woo, is still the GOAT. We've been waiting to pass that torch for a long time. Especially me or you or Sandy, depending on how that happens. But if you want to beat a guy, ask any of the guys, ask me what kind of women. But I told my gamer tag I had for the year, and I told Mr. Aaron's, so I'll say it again, that you can help me cap out. If you're in the community, I think you are, obviously. If I can find a way, I'll be able to get the boost, obviously. I think I already had it brown color. I gotta get his gamer tag again. But yeah, he could help me get the boost, obviously, and then I can get the open, and then it won't be as hard for us getting the achievement on that. Ask me anything. I just told you some about traits, but I'm a terrible cook, but I have talents and other things, as you can see right here. Because I'm making this clip, obviously. Thanks to my false legacy, because graphic arts and graphic design, because editing pictures that were already edited, or editing characters with add-on stuff, if you know about certain games, obviously. Just gotta get those add-ons again. I gotta get all those add-ons in Legacy to those again, and Pimp Arcade again. I had to keep all the counts on to Street Fighter 4, and then I had to get Brown Revenge. There's a lot of games I had to get, and I had to get the hard drive. Once I get that off Amazon, that's gonna be $70 the same price. Okay, so I want to get the 4, but 4 is 110. It's not that I can afford. It's just that it's a big what you call my card price on cards. So yeah. I told I can help you when it comes to the chambers. Listen to me when it comes to listen to me. I make the person from a bunch of double E double L. Plus, as a fighter, don't listen to me. But I'll be getting the boxing game as well. It's what? That was the reason I made that 3-hour cut. I wanted to show you how, because the games I grew up on, you know about Creed 1, 2, and 3. That when it comes out in the middle of spring. But yeah, I get in the shower. I'll probably make another clip after this, but I'll probably watch this one too. But this is a song you gotta stop underestimating people in games. Even when you're from the same city, remember. You're a Pisces, I'm a Taurus. Your fall, one of your falls, you're a liar. That's caught you in a lie right there. You know, that wasn't because I knew you was going to say that. I said, well, when you actually don't do the opposite and be a guy, then say something. That's counting John too. And me with Luke and Chun Li on Xbox Series S with that hard drive. Once my first hard drive is gone first. Find something that's gone first. You just can't do the obvious things. Cause no flips. Father man had those flips first. Told you that. Gals and the gals are the worst man for the Raiders because kick you right up everybody John. Quick for the pensioner, Uncle Tuck, woo! Peak JTC in his prime. Because the alternate super you don't teach, like I said. John plays the win, like I said, good first hits, takes the points, takes you right out of the grabs. Arcade turtle pack on the PSN arcade. I had to get that back. Obviously, 2-year warranty. This time, baby. Get this time I can show what Bruce Ray was all about when he was on. We're going to his door. Vincent. If I'm about Bosom Boy and then in general, Vincent. Vincent. Yeah. I don't care about losing blood anyway because I'm already with injuries anyway because Hudson Hines curse because I had this cover but as far as one of my eyes for a long time. So yeah. Cause I had that since the first day that I had that chronic knee, right chronic knee, because my abscess has been popping for a minute now. My left one very popped, but I play contact sports, so I had to deal with it. My foot size is the size 10.5. I thought it was a 13, but my mom didn't tell me what my foot size was. I had to find out from my Lisa, Cammy. So, then we're still friends, man. I just told you about my uncle. I just want my uncle September 17th. I told you I dealt with a lot. Like no, I told you I dealt with a lot. Yeah, man, is a true friend. Yeah, of course I want to play with you against an nod than you go. Yeah. I just want to give you a reality check. But Red Hood, yeah, nearly killed Batman, but it was a Suicide Squad. Remember the movies, dear mom. Remember the movies. Watch it. You watch the movies. You go to the movies. I have a chance to go to the movies myself. And I want to show you my place once I get my place, honestly. In the middle of something. This is what you're supposed to be doing. No, not here, because I'm sharing the room, but once in my own house, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Because you'll be smiling, honestly, when it comes to your freedoms, because you're ready to do what you want. Or being in your grandmother's house. You're not being dependent, honestly, because you're trying to take care of her, and I understand that. You're out of life, though. Listen to me. Still friends. Forever friends. I had a lot of friends going back to all the schools I went to, even grade school as well. I ran into a lot of my friends too. And ran into Mr. Francis once on social media, obviously, because we were talking about sports, obviously. I knew he was like me, but LeBron's running out of time. Tiger Woods is not. He's on the wrong side and he's almost 50 years old, but he won't be 50 until 2020. See, 48, he's 47 years old. 1974. He won't be 50 until 2025. No. See, he's 47 now. It's 2023. He won't be 50 until 2020. Until 2024. No, 2026. Because he was born in 1976. So, yeah. Better than LeBron. Because I know about, I walk Tiger Woods very well. My uncle John does too. Because if he breaks that wins record, the men's and women's and better, he can retire not right now, but when he gets to his 50s, he can set the most wins. Like as I said, 100 wins, 20 match, 20 major, 8 green jackets, 20 major titles. Has all this money. Like, I mean, I'm not a millionaire. I mean, trillionaire, I wish. Stanford Cardinal. School he went to. It could have been for Bruce Willis. He probably been in basketball. Heard in the storm. That's nonsense. So I'm avoiding. Because Bruce Willis don't play that too like me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the injuries anyway, but still. But yeah, Capcom is no joke when it comes to the henchmen and the leaders because things you don't do, even can to the brother-in-law. Just listen to me. Even when it comes to playing golf on Wii Sports Resort too. I'm about to be prototype. Woo! Cause a great iron game. Now not a putt too, I'm hitting it too hard sometimes, and that happens sometimes when you play it on Sony and Microsoft or maybe just Microsoft. If I chose to get PS5, like I said, that was out of convenience. And I continue to, what I do as far as the S mobile games, 74 platinums. Yeah, I'm going for 40 minutes. I know this is kind of long, but only doing not to make it good for 40. But it's okay, because she knows I'm a streamer anyway. I'm streaming phone. I can watch stream on the new phone anyway, but going for an hour and a half, every hour. But Capcom's don't want to get in the rage quit because, like I said, the leaders and the henchmen. Henny has yet to beat those players. No wins at all from Super Mario as a third-rate player. No wins 0 in 10,000. Why? Because he keeps trying to say, man, you are honestly tossing this title. That's no offense to Ember, because I know Ember is Asian and a patriot, but he easily looks at just because of that skin complexion. No offense. But you don't do that obviously when you play with the cavalry to break you out for an automatic KO. Listen, the Emperor too when it comes because he's already 6,000 points with 6,000 player points. And if he gets Aspos, same thing, same result. He'd be at 100,000 games ago just like me. Because he got most of the points in the retros, including all three students just like me, and playing all the Metal Slugs. And then playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Shredder's Revenge and the Cowabunga collection that has the background on Xbox series as installing both consoles and double standard. They're most likely gonna have retro things on Xbox as well. So John be able to rock that dream as well. It's just that when you're playing Capcom, honestly, and you're trying to sell like Bruce Wayne, like me, you can't do the obvious thing when you're playing a charge character. I know I'm not gonna have no wins again, but with Chun Li, it's gonna be a lot of wins. If I put in the work and do the training, honestly, which I will, honestly, and he has no once I had him on both accounts before he came in, he's gonna lose. He holds grudge for 6 months. Then he gets over and said, well, listen to me when it comes to don't do the obvious things. Because you don't like big things. You don't like, so if you was playing the wrestling games, couldn't went from 2 years ago and trying to get for the last year's wrestling game, this year's wrestling, you're obviously human. Your girl had to help you out. Your price is your bike pointing because she had to bail you out of a fight because Bloody Goring had to say, if I know about multiple, won't know about the he, she, from. But I'm gonna call the paramedics. If I know about buzz, yeah. Keep kicking it. But you can't do the obvious things. Because when it comes down to playing wrestling, you can't do certain things. I referred to my sister Tom because she started thinking about me now. I said, well, Miss Ford, you're more weak than you think you want in 22 pounds. And I'm not wishing you death. You could be dead early. I'm not, I smiled about it, obviously, but you could die young. So for trying to, both are hard to catch what's going on right now. Because you're not active enough. Just saying. Yeah, I know y'all miss me, but I don't think mom misses me. Because she was trying to, I said, you're a toxic mom. You know that. Sorry as excuse for mom. I know I had to be careful, but it's what it is. I thought I don't feel it. If you know about going, you kept doing it just to try to irritate me too. And knowing the show for Netflix already started. And it was about to start soon. Because you know your death is coming. So you don't want to get no surgery. And that's involving your cardiac. You had to get that or you're dead. 1,000 Ways to Die, if you know about that show being reinstated on Spike TV. In the car, probably being on Brown Revenge or Master B at the time, I could like reading the challenge sheet. But anyways, you want to live, you better get that surgery. Listen to me. You know, we're not be talking right now because your judgment day is today. because you don't care. You would end up, if you didn't, no offense to that, I was like, yeah, I swung the girls that I did, okay? But you should be on my side. Listen to Aunt Lisa. Cause I couldn't swing on Todd's face because that'd have been easy destruction if I did. Back to what I said as a fighter. I almost kicked her and it took her a minute to get back up. I pushed her so hard that she wondered how I did that. I said, you're only 122, you're more weak than you think. Josh punches did damage to my list, but maybe Blair said, it's okay. Blair says, like Shannon Rayboy. Belly to belly. But Josh punches were more succinct. But it was out. But like I was saying, obviously, you want to survive, you better get that surgery. Miss Hutchinson, for you don't, you're dead. In your 50s. And you chose to get burnt down just because you wasn't in line of a murderer, though, like your own keep was. Because he was the Ephes and us Egyptians, if I know about Hudson and Hansi, when it comes to all these great on the Hudson and the Han side, when it comes to being Egyptian and Asian, we don't play the Ephes religion. That's a no-no for I don't play it. Even if you take care of your responsibilities, and I don't play it. Because I'm probably the one person I would not date. I had to talk to the person on about religion, and then really tell him false over because he has Asperger's syndrome. And I said, man, you remind me of me. I just can't drive. I'll be able to catch buses to get there. I'll be able to walk to the stores, obviously. It's a new era for a reason. I know, but it's the first time I made a clip of mine as well because I got very slow. I'll be able to make these clips too on Xbox as well, but I'll be making the one for remake too as well. Get through all 4 games again. Just that first one's gonna take a minute because all the missions, including the S mission and X and double X and all other missions. I drank some water. I took my vitamin. So I'm just doing a little bit of hitting this because I got 4.5 hours, not today, but previous that because of the heat. As well as when you're in a hot city. But if you don't want Naruto when it comes to power, obviously. Naruto has 20 when it comes to power, obviously. I'm aiming for an hour, but I gotta get in the shower in a few minutes. Because it's almost 10:30. Let me see what time it is. 10:33. I know it's a 50-minute clip, but she shouldn't care about it because it's obviously my talent, obviously, because of my father's legacy, obviously. But, you know, when it comes to games to rage quit and ask me anything, ask John. Ask any, that's within all the guys, even when it comes to pronouns. Ask anybody. Even when Henry decides to get asked, if he decides to get, I think he will, because he has one job. But when you're playing Bruce Wayne, you burn the day when you shouting out saying, yeah. Keep kicking it. So, should be 54. The day before Thanksgiving, I think. She definitely wasn't getting no responsibilities. Her other sisters, Bruce Wayne's other daughter, will be in her 30s, I think. His son died mostly because of cardiac issues. What cardiac issues? You know, I gotta ask him, what cardiac issues? But yeah, his death was unfortunate. I think he's buried with his father too, I think. But his 2 daughters are still alive. And they are starting to show that, but that's going to have Shannon Lee in that one. So I can do our boys very well too. Because they were in for the pronouns and all that. Keep kicking it. Magnificent 11, Magnificent 22. The number to tell even come to winning the Masters. Not good white green jackets. So that was about the glory days. But for the glory days, for Henry, the glory days are almost gone. I know it's almost hard. I gotta get in the shower. I gotta stop this clip. But I'll probably make another one when I get out the shower. Gotta make sure because I actually missed one of my classes today. I had to make up for tomorrow, but I probably think this is the first time I made a clip in a minute. So I am for hours. A lot of people listen to me. So most of my friends I know that play on console listen to me because I know I have talent, obviously. But when it comes to games to rage quit, is you had to pay attention, especially when it comes to the late folks. That's Bruce One and Bruce Royce, man. The Warriors way when it comes is to pay attention, and you know about being a Messiah, like he just said, as a dragon, honestly, we cannot be tamed even when it comes to injuries, especially when it comes to playing on consoles, especially when it comes to parry breaks. Ask John, ask me, ask anybody. Cause you don't do that how you defy the better because he's a martial artist. You don't learn. And he knows I'm right. I said, well, I caught you in the line once again. You don't train how to be a gal. I said, well, you can't spend the rate. That's the other way around. Your play points at 600. I saw it. You did play a gal a while ago, but you did that would have happened to you with real. Because you guys say, right. Now, then John, once he gets started, he cares about the consoles, just that he probably don't care about PS5 because of what Sam Howell's doing right now when it comes to the price. And if I chose to get it, it's going to be cheap soon. I chose to get the digital. That was out of convenience because the Asmo games all digital. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is digital. And the Castlevania, you can get the games on disc too, also digital. And I think the other games, retro game, I know the Super Dance is all digital. And Raiden 5 Direct, that's digital. You can also get the game on disc too, but yeah, kind of the Raiden 6 continues. That's going to be called a mold cut. Possibly a mold cut. Whatever they're going to use follows the terms, obviously. Beyond the director's cut, or mortal cut. For about this clip, obviously. But you can't beat a guy. You can't beat the henchman. Because you're getting too cute with the grabs. Then you parry full strength, which let the parry breaks. Can't do the obvious thing. Even when it comes to the basketball game, when it comes to being in the restricted area, they're going to call the continuation on N1. Ask your homeboy that was just talking to you, obviously. Because he would call the time, he would tell you, you're not listening. He don't know the name, but I think he knows the name now. Because he just heard it, obviously. He's taking it to you. Especially when kind of putting you on a poster because you're not learning from your mistakes. I'm semi-tall, I'm 5'11" in the corner. You're only 5'9" or less. And your barrel is only 29. Mine is 61 and a half. And it's probably 61 because of my own size. Like a Saiyan, like a hero, like a villain. When it comes to all studios, including Lightning Returns, Van Bosco. Lightning Returns! I know, but okay, I gotta stop now. But I'll say it again, Street Fighter 6 comes out June 2nd for both consoles. I think John's gonna be getting it too as well, but once my space gone, I'll be getting hard drives, so yeah. I think I'll make John proud because I obviously did what I needed. I finished the job on Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I said. Now I continue to be dominant in Kako and continue to be dominant in boxing. But from out the gloves, what one is not what you think, like Bruce Wayne. And then what titles? What titles? Undisputed GOAT. If Henny decides to get that spot, I think he will, honestly. Once he has me on both accounts, he has no chance to beat me. I'm already established. More in a game. Could determine in reality. Could determines. With money on, I beat you in the sun. If I know about read with you, like John, just don't know, man. Just don't know. But yeah, you got to tell for me. To Earth and Sea. And anyone know about that sign too, how good he is, or what is up? Earth and Sea. If you know about okay. With the good hand. If I know about Burn Revenge, I have a cut mode. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I felt my father's shoe if I know about Coach Carter at CC and you did a dunk with my hand because you were sick. Absolutely sick. And I called me absolutely sick. Stomach bug. Get a 10 for me on that. All right, I gotta get in the shower. Okay. Hour. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm making another call. I gotta get in the shower now. Okay. Just a second. I'll make another clip that continue to talk about more nostalgic when it comes to games I grew up on. A second. I know this